Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I am going to be discussing the verdict in the Tory Lanez case and Meg Thee Stallion. You know, I haven't really been playing the internet much. I've been a little sick for the last few days. The flu almost got the good brother. But you already know we don't die, we multiply. City boys up. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. A lot. You know, I've been in and out of sleep, or I've been not really on like that, like, you know, or, you know, my interactions been here and there. But I'm feeling better, right? So, but let me get to this case, right? I got a few points that I want to make in this case. And let me just start off with this, right? I'm not surprised at the verdict. I actually was gonna make a video about this. I'm not surprised at the verdict at all, right? This is not going to be the first time, nor the last, that a black man in America doesn't really get justice by the system. But even to add on top of that, there is no such thing as justice in the system, right? The system is all about the best liar wins, right? This is really what it's about. It's not about the facts, right? It's about who can tell the best story. That's really all it is about, right? So I'm gonna go into a few points, so bear with me, right? There's a thing called, or concepts or whatever, right? Is ethos, pathos, or pathos, and logos, right? Ethos is denoting to ethics, right? I believe these are Greek words. Pathos or pathos is denoting to emotions, right? And logos is denoting to logic and reasoning. When it comes to the court system, right, especially when you pick a jury trial, it's all about pathos or pathos, right? It's all about the emotions of the people in the jury. That's all it is about, right? And if Tory Lanez counsel was smarter, I don't want to say smarter because we probably saying that after the fact, but I think that, like, if you want to go with just the facts when it comes to the court of law, you better off going with a bench trial. Now let me explain to y'all what a bench trial is. A bench trial is basically, it's just the defendant, the prosecutor, both sides in the case, and the judge with the evidence that is presented. It's no jury. Get what I'm saying? You present your evidence, you cross-examine, you do what you do. The judge make a decision based on the facts. That's it. Based on the facts. I'm not saying that the judge can't be swayed with emotions, but I'm just saying that's technically generally how it goes, based on the facts, right? With a jury trial, it's a little different, right? Because you're appealing, the people have, not saying the judge don't got feelings, but it's 12 people on the jury, right? You're appealing to them, you're selling them a story, you're selling them emotions, pity, because facts go out the window, right? Facts go out the window. This case has been a shit show from the beginning. The lies, the inconsistencies of Meg, the inconsistencies just of the storylines of what actually happened, of what, like the addition of stuff. And there was a lot of emotions attached to this case, right? A lot of emotions. A lot of people jumped the gun. A lot of people jumped to conclusions without even having the facts. We still probably don't, we might not never really know what really happened. See, because a lot of people think that because the courts found you guilty, that means you actually did it. And that's so far from the truth. There's so many men in prison who cannot prove their innocence. And I know some of y'all think that shit sounds crazy. Listen, I done been caught in some situations where I could not prove my innocence. I'm talking about like in the real world. I have been caught in situations, I ain't gonna name them, but I've been caught in situations, get what I'm saying, where I could not prove my innocence. And there's a lot of men like that. But the good news is this: Tory Lanez did not take a plea. He got convicted, so he'll be able to appeal, and on an appeal, he probably most likely gonna get bail, right? Or bond, right? Same thing happened with Tupac. Tupac was convicted. He was convicted about rape, right, or sodomy, whatever y'all want to call it. But he got a bail. He was able. Suge Knight bailed him out, right, for $2 million. And he was in the street doing whatever he was doing while he was or waiting to, kind of like try his case or whatever. Yeah, but back to what I was saying is that, yeah, the man was convicted. That's true. But I want people not to lose sight that just because you was convicted does not actually mean you did it. Now, I gave y'all the difference between bench trial and jurors, right? Now, y'all, some of y'all, whoever watched Training Day, right? Denzel said to Jake, the white cop, he said, Jake, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Following me? He said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. But I'm here to tell you this. It's not even about what you can prove in a lot of cases. Especially if you're going with the jury, it's about how you make the jury feel. You know what I'm saying? When O.J. Simpson got off, and this is probably the last example I'm going to give y'all when it comes to the courts. When O.J. Simpson got off, they used the race card, right? They used race to get O.J. Simpson off. We might not really know what happened, if he really killed that woman or not, right? Some people say O.J. did it. Some people say he did it. What we know is he wasn't convicted, right? But a lot of people saying he did it. So that's just a prime example, man. Like, some people get off, some people don't. But it's how you sway the jury. How do you buy into their emotions? And the jurors in O.J. case was able to be swayed and made to believe that it was a racial issue that was going on. So is why they let O.J. go. They painted a successful black man trying to be destroyed by the system. Perfect story. You get what I'm saying? So they painted a narrative and a story in this case to feed it to the jurors. So there was a lot of emotions already coming into this case, man. There's already a lot of stuff going around with domestic violence. There's already a lot of stuff. Plus all the, then Meg was out there like, oh, and this is so hard on me. And like, I didn't think I was going to have to relive this. All of this is preying on the emotions of the people. And when you prey on the emotions of people, people forget the facts. Like, come on. How you get past the fact that the DNA was inconclusive and that Tory's DNA wasn't on it, but that there was a DNA of a woman, right? Like, that's a fact, right? Lab reports and stuff, right? Also, she had gunpowder on her, right? Kelsey also wanted immunity before she even began to like speak. Like, why do you need immunity if you didn't do anything? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why do you need the word of the prosecutor that we're not going to prosecute you based on what you say here? Why? Right? That's another thing. Then you have a witness saying that they seen a woman shooting the gun. You get what I'm saying? So there's just a lot of stuff in the case, man, that I believe dude gonna get it back. He gonna get, he gonna get some of the time back. Hopefully there's some foul play, some withholding of evidence. Hopefully he gets some money. He get to sue their ass. But I already knew that this was a possibility because there's no such thing as justice in America. There's no such thing. And I said this in another video. In America, if I kill somebody, and I tell my lawyer that I did it, you know what my lawyer's job is? To still represent me. My lawyer still got to go out there and look for loopholes in my case because I'm paying him, right? He still got to look for loopholes in my case. He still got to figure out a way to allow me to walk home free. That's not justice. Justice is if you did it, you deserve to serve the time. That's what I believe is justice. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. You did it, you deserve to do the time for the crime. So what type of justice is when I could take advantage of somebody, when I could rape somebody, when I could do whatever I do, and I could get away with it just by paying a good lawyer, just by tampering with evidence? Like, that's not justice, okay? So I need y'all to understand that the same way that some people get off and they're guilty, it's the same people that some people get convicted and they're innocent. So I want you to really think about that. Just because the courts convicted somebody, like a lot of people put in their mind, well, the court said it happened, so it happened. Come on, that's not necessarily true. You know, Tupac was convicted, and Tupac always talked about, like, I cannot die with people thinking I'm a rapist. That was a heavy burden to carry. He said, do you know how that feels? Like, people think people look at me, they think I'm a rapist. He said, nah, homie. He said, I cannot leave the. When they asked him, what's your biggest, like, he said, what would be like your biggest regret, like if you passed away right now in the interview? He said, man, I cannot die right now with people thinking that I'm a rapist. So that's just about the court system. The court system is a shit show, and it's just about preying on the emotions of the people, right? Now, let me get to my next point. My next point, like you see on the thumbnail, Juicy Smollett, whatever his name is, right? And I just want to show you a prime example of when men lie and when women lie, right? Smollett, I'm going to just say Smollett, because I don't want to call that man Jesse. Yeah, I'm going to call him Jesse. Jesse Smollett, right? I think that's his name. I don't know. But he lied, right? Allegedly. He staged a situation when he got robbed, trying to make it look like a hate crime, etc. Then we see how he was treated, right? We see how he was treated by the courts. Because he was a man that lied. Pay attention to how they treat men who lie, right? This woman, she got caught on multiple lies. You know what I'm saying? She got caught in all type of stuff. But nothing, and she's not, and I'm not even gonna really use her, but there's a whole bunch of other women who lie, right? And send dudes to jail on the regular basis. There's a lot of other women who lie. And you know what? When the truth come out, they don't go to jail. They don't get violated. But Jesse Smollett, he went to jail. He got convicted of perjury. He went to jail. So I just want to show you how just even within the courts, it's like some of these women would like to sit here and they love running around with this we oppress shit. But brothers, y'all are losing sight of what's really going on. They really running around with this we so oppressed narrative to the point that we neglect the fact that we get in the shittier end of the stick than women. This is what we are doing. Like we seeing it. I say this shit all the time. Men are leading in way more detrimental categories than women. But I don't want to make this about gender. But I'm just letting you know. And the fact that they keep sobbing in our eyes and doing all of these things and the sniffles, because they're manipulating us to believe that they fucking doing worse than us, and they really not, man. I excuse myself. I'm trying not to curse that much, but that's a prime example when women lie on men about rape, getting them time. They get them time. Like, you know how many dudes been getting overturned convictions? Nothing happens to these women, but this dude lied, right? Anytime a dude lie, like it's probably way more examples when men lie, bro. They make examples out of them. I just want you to pay attention to what's really going on. I want you to pay attention to what's really going on out here. So it's unfortunate. Like I said, we might not never know the truth. I knew he probably was going to blow to the gun because whatever. I don't know even how, right? Because they say his DNA wasn't on it, but he had. It's just weird, man. The whole case is a shit show. It should have been a hung jury, or it should have just been dismissed based on the fact that she got caught on multiple lies. Like how can, and in any other case, when that's what I'm trying to show you. When a man lies, in a lot of other cases, they'd be like, we can't even use you as a witness. You just not a credible witness. But in this situation, it's like it didn't even matter. So hopefully I gave y'all some informational, or some informational tips on how some of the stuff really works, man. It's not like Denzel said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Nah, man. It's how you can sway the jurors. It's how you can sway the jurors and the people. How you can tell a story for them to feel pity and feel bad for you, right? How you can manipulate their emotions. The same thing happens with voting. They manipulate the emotions. You know, when Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You know what he really did? Like, he manipulated the emotions of black folks. People didn't even, they still want to, it was just mad dumb shit. Trump was doing the same thing, manipulating the emotions of voters. This is what politicians do. They say certain things. This is why they throw out dirt on each other, right? To sway the people's emotions. It's not even about logic anymore. It becomes an emotional game. Who responds more to what? So y'all need to pay attention, because it's not just in the courts, it's in everything that's going on here. The images that they show you to trigger your emotions. They trigger an action, a reaction, a response. This is the same thing that happened in court. And why this brother blew trial. Because if it was just about the facts and the information, shit don't make sense, right? But hey, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. And stay blessed. And beware, black men, because they out to get you. Peace.